Okay, so here's a pepper pod review on the brain strain pepper. Okay, so this is like your typical brain strain type pepper, and trying to get you so it focuses a little bit there. These are super hot. This is above 1,000,000 SHU. I always say BTU, but I mean SHU. And this is very hot. Now this is a typical shape that you're going to see with these type peppers and the brain strain. This is very typical for it. You'll generally see from anywhere from 1, 2, 3, 4 lobes on it with a center that hangs out to 3 lobes on it with the center. They're usually very warty, meaning they usually have a lot of warts on it and they're very wrinkly. Here's a good example of one, except it's a little bit overripe and I need to get this one cut up and put in the sun right away, because once these really get ripened up, you've got to use them or else they get moldy on the inside. I do not know how the mold gets on the inside of these, but they do. Again, this is a typical shape of the brain strain. Now, this is an extremely hot pepper. Extremely hot. And this can be a bad experience for you if you don't know anything about hot peppers and you try to eat one of these. You are going to have a bad day. Here's some of the other shapes that you will see out of it. Now, keep in mind that the brain strain is a crossover pepper and it is supposed to be stabilized, but I don't think it's 100% stable because you are still getting these shapes out of it, which somewhat resemble the Bhut Jolokia, which is primarily what it's crossed with. I believe it's a Bhut Jolokia and a 7-pot or something like that, and then there's another cross in there. I'm not 100% sure. You got to look that one up. But this is the shape you want to see. This is the phenotype. Realistically, if I was phenotyping these peppers, I would only be saving seed from this type of shape. And I would only grow out these seed from this pepper, because this is what you want in order to really continue it on. Because what happens is the strain eventually starts to go back to its original shape, which is probably like a Bhut shape, or eventually that'll turn into a Bhut. Now, it's supposed to be stable and not do that. You shouldn't be seeing anything like this on it. Like you just see in the nose of that thing, there's a little pinhole, and it's getting that Bhut habanero shape to it. Yeah, we generally don't want to see that. We want to see that 7-pot configuration on this pepper. Here's one with 3 lobes. Nice little center on that. And my hands are burning just holding these things. Again, that's what you want to see. You want to see these. Here's 4 lobes. Here's one with 4. You want to see this center coming out of between those 4 lobes. Okay, that's what you want to look for. Almost kind of wanted to do it, but you keep the seeds anyway. I'm not telling you to take all your seeds and specifically phenotype them to that one type and then throw all the other seeds out. You keep them anyway. Okay, so let's cut the messy one open, because this is really soft. This is I like them when they're soft like this, actually. They're ready for sauce, And so you see the seeds are just falling right out of this one. This is one of the worst to handle because they're so juicy that all that juice gets on you, and that's when you're going to get burned good. But you can see what that looks like. We'll open up another one. I got to clean all of these today anyway, so let's open up another one like this. Give you a side view and a placenta view. Okay, so that's what it looks like that. I don't know how good it's coming out on camera because I can't see it. I don't even know where you are. How's that? Right there. I got to remember to keep you right there. Fruity, delicious fruity. Oh man, what a smell on these. I like the smell of this habanero fruity smell than a habanero fruity smell. Habanero's got a certain kind of fruity smell, and they're okay, but the smell from this smells slightly different, even though they smell very similar. Somebody who doesn't eat a lot of these really hot peppers, if you were to eat this, if you took the heat away and you ate this just for the flavor, and then you ate a habanero for flavor, you probably wouldn't be able to really tell a difference. But for people like us who eat peppers all the time, there is a difference in flavor. I can definitely smell the difference. It smells very nice. You could smell the heat on it too. It has that gas that wants to come off of this. You do see this from time to time. That's the blackening of the seeds. They never ripened. They may have just didn't deliver the nutrients that that part of the placenta needed to develop those seeds. Again, you see that happens sometimes. And that, you know, I did get some seeds down here for the most part. But when you see that, that's sort of like, it's not even worth getting the seeds out of. Because yeah, you're seeing that a lot in this pepper, these peppers. And this is, what is this, the brain strain. And this put out a pretty good amount of peppers this year. This is my second harvest about this size off of this particular plant. Because I only got one butch tea growing. And isn't that gorgeous? A dangerous pepper we're opening up here. Now that one developed very nicely. Very, very nice. I'm going to clean the seeds out, but I'm not going to do... I'll do one for you with the seeds on camera. I'll do this one. So it looks like it's going to be really hard. Do you see how they come out and they stick to your gloves? That's because all that oil is on my gloves now, and I feel my gloves heating up right now. Now, if you want to dry these out, you just cut them open, for example, and dry them out with the seeds, you're welcome to do that. There's nobody saying you can't do that. In fact, if I had enough of these, I would just make like a mash or a hot sauce of some type. You don't have to ferment it, but you can make a mash out of it. Look how oily this thing is. I mean, look at my fingers. They're dripping with oil. Oh my God. I'm definitely not taste testing this one. But if you want to dry them with the seeds, you're more than welcome to do that. Or you want to make a mash out of them and just leave the seeds and you don't want to mess with them. But you should open them up anyway, because every once in a while you will get some of these that just decide that they're going to get nasty on you on the inside. And you want to make sure, because you don't really want to eat anything like that. And you certainly don't want to have to sell that to someone. So you really got to check. You really got to get in there most of the time. And it could be anything from blossom end rot that causes it to insect damage. Usually with insect damage, you see it right away. You could see a hole. But, like, I'll show you in a minute. Let me just get these last couple seeds out of here. Man, this is a mess. I mean, my gloves are soaked with this oil. You would not want this in your eyes, guys. Oh my God, you have no idea how painful this can possibly be. I got a lot of seeds out of that one pepper. Look at all these seeds that came out of here. And usually when you put these out on a plate like I'm doing, these paper plates, that paper plate is basically ruined. Alright, so in a case like this, you see how it's got that little bit of blackness? You know, just pinch that off. Just get that out of there, because you don't want that to dry into your peppers, you know. Get these couple, there's only a couple seeds in this one. I mean, these, and you got to be really careful too, because you know what happened to me one time. I'll tell you a little story. One time I was cleaning these peppers, and you see how I shake them around and I thrash them to get the seeds out? Well, one time I was doing that, and I was thrashing to get the seeds out of there. Like there's one stuck in there, and it's really hard to get these out when they're like that because they're slippery and slimy. They're hard to grab. See, I have to be really careful. And so when you're doing a lot of them, you don't want to waste time picking every seed out. I only got these few here, but so what happened was I was flicking and banging these seeds out of these things, and one of those seeds got in my eye and it started going under one of my eyelids. Let me tell you something. That had to have been the most painful, terrifying thing that I've ever had happen to me, next to choking to death, almost choking to death on these peppers. Because I thought it was under my eyelid, and the pain was beyond. You know how you rub your eyes and you get this in your eyes? The pain that I got from that seed going in my eye was beyond anything I can even describe. That pain that you get from rubbing your eyes was nothing. This felt like having a piece of gravel in your eye that was a hot coal burning a hole in your eyeball. It was, I mean, I was absolutely freaking out at the highest level of freak. I mean, I can take burns in my eyes, but I literally freaked out. I'm talking at the highest level of freak out. That's how painful that was, getting one of those seeds bounced off and went in my eye. So, as a precaution, I sometimes would actually recommend putting on some kind of a face mask or wear glasses or something, because you do not want one of those seeds to hit you in your eyeball. And if it went under your lid, you probably would have to go to the hospital. Your eyeball would probably swell up. So it was not a good experience. No, Chico, no, stop. It was not a good experience. So anyway, that's about all I could show you with this pepper. Like, here's again another view of it. I don't know how well, I can't see the camera, but you know, give them a go. The brain strain's a nice strain. Oh, you want me to taste test it? All right, we'll cut a little piece off for you. We'll taste a little piece off the bottom. Now this one is the brain strain. The brain strain is generally a little hotter than all the other ones. All those other ones I taste tested, they're hot, but they're nothing compared to this thing. This thing is a lot hotter than those. Supposed to be anyway. It's got a nice flavor. It's got that nice. It's got a habanero type flavor, but there's something extra in that aftertaste. I can't even describe it. That aftertaste is just totally awesome aftertaste. Generally with habaneros, when I eat these habaneros, I don't know, there's an aftertaste. It has a certain spiciness that doesn't agree with me. It just kind of bothers me, I don't know. So, I used to like habaneros a lot, but they bother me down the road, whereas with these kind of peppers, I don't know, they don't bother me. They really don't hit me the same way. It must just be something to do with the Bhut and the 7-pot strain. They're different. Their oils and stuff are different. But I don't know. I like the taste of it. Tastes fruity. Again, it's above 1 million, so I can't even begin to describe the heat to you because I only ate a little piece and I'm not getting a full effect. Though that little piece I ate is going to the back of the throat right now. It's burning the back of the throat pretty good. And my mouth is getting very saliva, and it's getting very thick. The other thing about this pepper too is it's kind of a creeper. It took a little while for it to suddenly start feeling it. But I am feeling it right now. So, but anyway, that's just a quick review, a quick look at the brain strain pepper. If you decide that you want to grow these and you can't get seeds, I'll leave links for you in the description below. You can check them out on Amazon. In the future, I will be offering seeds to these and my other peppers. It's just I'm not set up to get involved with shipping and stuff like that. And eventually, I will offer seeds in the future. But for now, you can check out those links in Amazon and see if there's something in there you like. So that's it. That's your Trinidad brain strain, or just brain strain. I'm not 100% sure. It's just brain strain pepper. Got your brain strain, and if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.